So, a couple of weeks ago on the Comic Book Crowd, I was the one panelist that had some reservations about the upcoming MCU movie, Captain America Brave New World. Well, I've seen the movie, and was I right? Stay tuned for my spoiler free review.
Anachronic.
Hi, comic book fans, I'm Joe, and welcome to Anachronic Comics. I did get to see the movie this past Saturday, and for me, it was somewhat of a mixed bag. Captain America Brave New World has been a highly anticipated addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it brings with it, a mix of excitement and challenges. The film, part of the MCU's Phase 5, sees Anthony Mackie stepping into the role of Captain America, a mantle passed to him by Chris Evans' Steve Rogers. Now, Mackie's portrayal of Sam Wilson as the new Captain America is both a strength and, at least for me, a point of contention for the film. So I won't get into the story itself since this is a spoiler-free review, but some things are evident if you watch the trailers and photos. Thaddeus Ross is now President of the United States. Sam Wilson, who effectively became the new Captain America in the made-for-TV series Captain America and the Winter Soldier, is asked by Ross to restart the Avengers. Big job. Along the way, countries are squabbling over the discovery of adamantium, which, different from the comic books, is connected with the dead, partially emerged Celestial off the coast of Japan. This turns into an international conspiracy, orchestrated in large part by Samuel Stern, also known as the Leader. Ross transforms into the Red Hulk at one point in the film and has a knockdown, drag-out fight with Sam Wilson. The film attempts to balance action-packed sequences with a geopolitical thriller narrative. It features a mix of familiar and new characters, including bringing back actors and characters and storylines from the very first Hulk movie. The one overwhelming positive of this movie was the action. All the action scenes in the movie were well done and helped bring the story forward. For example, the story took advantage of both Sam Wilson and the new Falcon, Joaquin Torres' flying and fighting ability in an exciting aerial combat scene. Also, Sam Wilson's fight with Ross's Red Hulk was really terrific in my view. In addition, I have to say that the actors did well in their portrayal of the characters in general. The story was good, and the movie entertaining. So why do I say it was a mixed bag for me? Well, in my opinion, the shortcomings lie at the feet of Kevin Feige and the MCU brass. First, the film feels a little bit like a patchwork of previous MCU entries, relying heavily on backstories and references to past events. The film's attempt to juggle multiple storylines and characters can make it feel a bit convoluted and disjointed for viewers who might not have either the MCU movie background or knowledge of the comic books. Even I had to think a bit about the past movies, specifically The Incredible Hulk from way back in 2008 and the more recent Eternals, and how those storylines related to what was going on. Although I enjoyed the action sequences, the plot itself was a bit convoluted and the pacing, I think, was uneven. Sebastian Stan's cameo as Bucky Barnes and his interplay with Sam Wilson highlighted for me the fact that the dynamic between Sam Wilson and Joaquin Torres, which should have been significant, fell flat. Although the relationship has some potential, in this movie at least, it didn't match the chemistry between Sam and Bucky from previous films. Now, all the above, you might say, might be nitpicking and not extremely significant. But what was significant for me was the movie's treatment of Sam Wilson. Instead of providing a strong argument as to why Sam Wilson was the right choice to carry the shield, The movie continues the theme of the Falcon and Winter Soldier with Sam Wilson's struggle to fill the shoes of Steve Rogers. Why? In my opinion, the movie failed to establish Sam Wilson as a leader in the vein of Steve Rogers, who was, in my view, the heart and soul of the original Avengers. Now, that's not to say that Anthony Mackie did a bad job. His version of Captain America is grounded in empathetic views and relatable to a lot of people. Unlike Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson lacks serum-enhanced abilities, making him a more human and vulnerable hero. So this adds depth to the character and allows for a different kind of heroism. Mackie's performance is marked by kind of a tough and maybe a downbeat cool cad type of demeanor, and it suits the movie's tone. However, is he the leader that the world needs to put together the Avengers and prepare them for what is coming? I don't believe this movie established that he is, which I believe was the one thing this movie was required to do to be suitable as successor to the Steve Rogers films. Even Ross comes out and tells him,
"You're not Steve Rogers."
So it was a good, solid Falcon movie, not a Captain America movie. So let me conclude with this. Captain America Brave New World has its moments of brilliance, particularly with Anthony Mackie's performance. But it also struggles with pacing and coherence and fails to give Sam Wilson closure to his quest to live up to Steve Rogers. Fans of the MCU will likely find enough to enjoy, but it isn't the game changer I had hoped for. So I give this movie 6 out of 10 Brunos. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my take. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.